Hi, my name's Mary. On this channel, I discuss affordable perfume, body mist, Bath and Body Works, Victoria's Secret, and other. But today I'm talking about my Scentbird subscription. So I have 8 months of Scentbird vials here that I want to talk about. So I'm just gonna kind of explain what is Scentbird if you don't know, and what I've ordered from there and my impressions and things like that. Just in case you're curious, maybe you don't know what it is or you don't know how it works, or you're kind of wondering what kinds of scents you can get off of it, or you're curious about any of these one individual scents, what it's like, because I'll just kind of do like a quick review of each one. So if that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned, like and subscribe, and I'll be right back. All right, so let me go ahead and explain what Scentbird is if you don't know. It is a perfume subscription, and you pay a certain amount per month for like a certain number of these. So I just have the single subscription. You can get like 2, you can get 3. You can also change like how often you pay, which lowers the price. So if you pay every like 6 months, it makes it cheaper. But I don't think most people do that. I think most people just do monthly. And you get this kind of decent sized vial of perfume. It's bigger than like a little tiny tester spray. It's not as big as if you were gonna buy like a travel size of a perfume. Actually, let me get because this says it's 8 milliliters. So hold on, let me grab another one. Okay, sorry. So yeah, a full size one that you buy like this from Sephora or Ulta is 10 milliliters, and then one of these is 8. So that's not too bad, because what the price currently is, and I'm sure it's subject to change, is like $16.99 per month for one per month. And the more you get, it's cheaper. So I think like the next level up is $27 a month for 2. So then you're only paying $13.50 for each scent. And considering one of these is usually around $30, that's actually like a pretty good deal. You're almost getting a full size fragrance, like travel size, for like less than $20. So I think it's a pretty good deal. And obviously this video is not sponsored or anything. I am a very small YouTuber, so I don't have any kind of sponsorships or anything like that. So the reason I decided to get Scentbird is just because it's a good way to know what some of the popular fragrances smell like without having to like go out and purchase a bottle, or even a travel size, like I said, is $30. And those scents aren't always accessible. Like I don't always know where to find certain fragrance houses that maybe aren't the common ones that you find at Ulta. So, I just thought, it was kind of a cool way to just experience some fragrances that I wouldn't otherwise have the opportunity or, budget for. So yeah, I've been doing it for about 8 months, and I like it so far. I don't have any, issues with it. I haven't tried to like cancel or anything, so I don't know if they make canceling like hard or anything like that, or if there's anything weird like that if you do try and cancel. But so far it's been pretty easy. It's easy to use. I think you can also like skip a month if you don't want to get a month, but I haven't done anything like that. Like, why would I want to skip a month? Like, why would I want to not get my perfume sample for the month? Okay, so the next thing I want to do, I have a new one here. It's my August order, and I'm just going to kind of like unbox that, and then I'll go through that scent, and then I'm going to go back to the beginning of when I started getting these in January and just go through each scent. Okay, so it comes in a little mailer like that, USPS. So it's like in your mailbox instead of like on your front stoop. Okay, and then once there's different options, but I don't. Sorry, I'm not doing a good job explaining this. If you pay extra, you can get like an actual sort of atomizer like this. So you get this when you get your first order. You do get this kind of atomizer, and I'll show you how this works once I kind of get to these ones. So you can pay like $6 extra, I think, to get one of those every month, but I just don't really think that's necessary. You can like swap them in and out. And I also just don't have any issues with what it comes in. So it's just this cardboard tube, but it's like kind of nice looking. And then inside of that is the vial itself. And it just sprays it. So, and then it comes with a little card with the scent notes and just like some copy on here about the scent. And then I think if you end up ordering a full bottle of one of the ones you tried, I think there's some kind of discount, but I'm not really sure what it is. Okay, so as you can see, this one is Vanilla Woods by the Seven Virtues. And I don't know why I didn't keep the cards for all of these. I just recycled them, but I wish I'd kept them now. So I'm going to start keeping them. So this one is vanilla, pear, rose, caramel, and amber. Those are just the basic notes. So let's smell this one. This is a pretty well-known fragrance, and it's been around for a little while at this point. But so that's a really nice vanilla. It's right up my alley. I said in a previous video that I don't like when vanillas are super gourmand, like a cupcake, and I also don't like it when they smell like baking, like vanilla extract either. I like it when they're kind of like woody and deep and a little like fruitiness as well. And that's exactly what this is. So it is very similar to something like Mod Vanilla from Ariana Grande, or like Viva Vanilla from Bath and Body Works. So you get like, there's like that carameliness, but there's like a deep woodiness to it. You can smell the pear. So yeah, it's a really nice vanilla. It's right up my alley. And I haven't wear tested any of these, so I don't know what the longevity is. I feel like it's kind of light on this strip, and that's why I keep spraying it. But maybe it's just the strip. It's a Bath and Body Works bag, so it might not have the best like way of holding the scent. So I'll have to wear that on my skin. But I do really like that, and I have been wanting to get a Seven Virtues scent because I like that brand. But I haven't decided which one, and I have another one in here as well. So I'm going to get into that in just a moment. So yeah, this was my August pick, and now I'm going to travel back in time to January and then go forward from there. Okay, let me show you this weird thing that it comes with because it took me a while to figure this out. So it comes with one of these, or like the first perfume fragrance sample will come in this. So you can take them in and out. So what this does is it's as simple as this. When it's in this position, it's locked because you just literally can't move the thing up and down because it's like this part is just kind of being caught by the edge there. So that's the locked position. And then when it's unlocked, it's probably hard to see, then you can spray. So it's kind of a simple mechanism, but it's nice enough. But like I said, I don't see a reason to have like multiple of these. Maybe you could get like a one or two extra just like in case you want to have them to throw in your bag, but I haven't really found it necessary. Okay, so this past January was my first order. Um and it's also another Seven Virtues, and this one's Cherry Ambition. And I actually talked about this in my like cherry perfumes review, and it was like my top, it might have been my favorite one. It was either my first or second favorite. So this one is cherry, saffron, vanilla, sandalwood, and cognac. And this is like a super, super deep, dark, smoky, woody cherry. Like not for the it's not for the faint-hearted. So it's really smoky. It's not super sweet. I mean, I guess some people might consider this unisex. I think it could be unisex, but it is still very sweet. But yeah, it's just a really smoky. So I mean, it's similar to something like Kayali Love Fest Burning Cherry, but I did compare those in that cherry video, and I remember liking this one better. So I feel like this one just has like more depth, more darkness to it, which I like. I don't know. I just like really like. Not for this time of year, but for wintertime, this is just such a nice scent. So yeah, it's just there's the cherry there, but it's not like syrupy or anything like that. But yeah, it's just smoky and woodsy. It smells so good. Yeah, I love that one. So yeah, I'm kind of between the cherry or the vanilla woods, and also I think next month I'm getting the other vanilla from Seven Virtues, which is um, amber vanilla. So I think I want to try that one too before I possibly get a bottle or not. I don't know because like I'll probably never even use this sample up. So maybe I need to just use the sample before I go and buy an actual bottle. Okay, so that was January. All right, so and then in February, I wanted to try the brand 5 Sens, if that's how it's spelled, if that's how it's said. It's Sens. So I guess it's like Sense. So I'd seen this brand, but I hadn't had any of their scents before or anything like that. And their names are kind of cute. I don't know. They have like, the name doesn't really tell you what it smells like. So this one's called In Too Deep. And then they have other ones like Catch Feelings, things like that. So In Too Deep, and you're gonna notice a theme with the scents that I tend to order, that they tend to have like vanilla and sandalwood and things like that. So this one is Tahitian vanilla, sparkling sugar, Italian bergamot, musks, and sandalwood. And I don't really remember what this smells like. I remember liking it, but I don't really remember. Okay, so that's nice. I mean, it's also a vanilla. It's definitely a vanilla scent. Definitely less like woodsy than the Seven Virtues one. More light, and but it's still not, it's still in the category I like of vanillas. It's not gourmand and it's not vanilla extract. I don't know what it is. It's these like strips are just like not holding the scent for me today. I think maybe it's because I'm like feeling a little under the weather, so maybe it's my sense of smell actually. So yeah, it's almost like just like a lighter version of something like Vanilla Woods. just same profile with the fruitiness and the woodsiness and the vanilla, but just like a more like light, playful version. So I like this too. It would be more like maybe like a good work scent or something like that versus vanilla woods. Maybe I'd feel like that's like too strong to wear to work since it's like super sort of deep and woodsy. So that one's a good one as well. All right, this next one's a little different. So it's Ode to Dullness. I don't know if you can see any of those names there. By Juliette Has a Gun. And I don't own any Juliette Has a Gun perfumes either. I had dossier version of Vanilla Vibes, but I didn't like it that much, so I sold it. But I don't know if I would like the regular one, like the actual Juliette Has a Gun one. Okay, so the notes for this one are star anise. It says Badiane. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I looked it up and it's star anise. Cashmere flower, musks, sandalwood, and freesia. And I remember this one smelling differently on my skin than I'm smelling it now. It's smelling a little perfumey right now to me, like almost floral. But I remember it being more of like, I feel like I remember it being more of like an almond scent. Even though almond's not in the list of notes. I don't really smell like star anise. Like, if you've had pho before, you know what that smells like because that's like the most prominent spice that you smell when you get pho. So it doesn't smell like doesn't smell like a bowl of pho as much as that smells delicious. I wouldn't really want to smell like that. But it just smells like a little like warm spicy, I'd say. And soft and woodsy. I mean, it's called Ode to Dullness, and I think the point of it is it's just supposed to be kind of like a comforting scent that it's like saying that like you don't want to feel excited, you just want to feel like comforted, and it's like just like maybe like a dreary day, but like you're still kind of like just comforted on that dreary day or something like that. So it's a nice one. I really like it. And I think it probably does smell better on the skin than it does on here. I think it develops some complexity on the skin that I'm not getting from the paper strip. Okay, so all those scents were like last winter up until March. So the rest of these are going to be more getting into like spring and summer. So this was my April pick, and it's Floral Street Sweet Almond Blossom. And that's another fragrance house. Yeah, actually, all of these, I don't actually have any perfumes from the actual, like, I don't have any full size perfumes from any of the perfume houses that I'm getting these samples from. So, once again, I think that kind of goes to the fact that I don't even know where to buy some of these. Like, I know that Sephora carries Juliette Has a Gun and Seven Virtues. They probably carry 5 Cents as well, but I'm not sure where Floral Street is carried. I know it's like a British brand, and I'm sure I could find it, but once again, these are just maybe something I can't like easily come across or, you know, have access to, but I've heard the name, I'm intrigued by it, so I want to try it out. So, Floral Street, by the name, you can tell they're going to be more florals. I don't really like florals, but this one was sweet almond blossom, so that sounded like it could be good to me. So it's tonka, apple blossom, pink pomelo, and vanilla accord. Yeah, I think I'm getting the apple right off the bat. Yeah, I'm getting the apple. And some florals. I wanted to almost say it smelled like a little rosy at first, but it doesn't have rose in the fragrance notes. Although these are kind of more like highlight notes, so there might be other notes that just aren't listed on the like these are all from the website for Scentbird. So if you actually went to the like perfume website, there might be other notes that are listed. So yeah, I was just getting kind of like a bright, like rosy apple to open up, but now I'm just getting more of the apple. Smells like apple, smells a little bit like apple and pear, and just like kind of soft with like the vanilla and tonka. So that's a nice one too. I've liked almost all of these so far, like just having already smelled them. There's just one that I gave to my husband, which I'll get to that in a second because it was too masculine for me. Actually, this next one I didn't like that much. So I don't know. I still need to give it another chance. But this is another Juliette Has it. Juliette Has a Gun, and it's Lust for Sun. So, I think I was kind of confusing this one. There's another Juliette Has a Gun that's like, I want to say it's called like Sunny Side Up or something like that, but like kind of a similar kind of scent. Um, and Lauren May, I think she really likes that Sunny Side Up. And I think I was like, oh, she really likes that one. And maybe she likes this one too. But I was kind of like mentally confusing those two perfumes. So this is vanilla, ylang-ylang, orange blossom, freesia, and coconut water. From those notes, it sounds like something I really like because I do like tropical fragrances a lot. But it's very perfumey. And that's what I didn't like about it. So it's like a summer scent. It's Lust for Sun, but it's like super perfumey. So I think it might be the Ylang-Ylang, which has maybe like a strong kind of like white floral smell to it. I think that's what it is. So the Ylang-Ylang is kind of like taking over for me. And that with like the orange blossom, it's just like really floral and it's really perfumey. So that one I was not as big of a fan of. So yeah, I mean, it does have the vanilla, it has the coconut water, but there's 3 florals in there. So maybe I should have paid attention to the fact that there were 3 florals listed in the notes. So yeah, it's very floral and very perfumey. So that one's not my favorite. But it's still a nice scent. And maybe I'd like it better in cold weather because it is perfumey. So I'll have to try it again in like the actual fall and see if I like it. Okay, 2 more. So this is the one I gave to my husband because it smelled really masculine. So this is Heretic, and it's dirty coconut, and the notes are vanilla, sandalwood, ambrette, cedar, and coconut. Once again, sounds like something I like because I like the vanilla, I like the coconut, I like the amberiness, I like sandalwood. And I kind of like it now. Now that I'm smelling it now, I kind of like it better. But I just remember spraying it initially and thinking it was kind of harsh smelling, like not sweet, like not a sweet coconut, like kind of like a harsh, like earthy smelling coconut. And it is called dirty coconut, so there is an earthiness to it. So I do think this one's unisex, but I like it more now that I'm smelling it than I did when I first got it. So yeah, it's unisex, it's definitely coconut. Like it does smell, it does smell dirty. I don't know how, like it does have like a dirt smell to it, but in a good way. I guess kind of like in a like it doesn't smell like sandy, like some like beachy scents have like a sand accord. It's not that. I don't know. It's almost like the coconut and then like the outside of the coconut too, or something like that. So yeah, I mean, that one's pretty good too. I just, when I first sprayed it, I was like, okay, it's just like, I'd like it better on my husband than myself. Like, my husband really likes Waikiki Beach Coconut from Bath and Body Works, so I was kind of thinking, well, maybe he'll like that too because he likes coconut scents. Okay, we have one more. So, last one, also Juliette Has a Gun. So I have 3 of those on here. And I have at least one more on my little TBR. TBS. So TBR is your to be read list. This is my to be smelled list. So yeah, I wasn't really sure if I'd like this one because it did seem like it was going to be really unisex, and this is Pear ink, but I really like this. So the only notes they give are Amboxan, golden pear, and musk. There's just 3 notes listed. But I really like it. It's like a refreshing pear scent, but without being like abrasive smelling or harsh or anything like that. So it's like a nice sweet pear. So the pear itself is sweet. It's not like a crisp pear. And it's got just like a little warmth to it, a little sweetness, but it's not overly sweet and syrupy, and it's also not like abrasively fresh. So I just think this is a really nice, like, balanced pear scent. So it's really nice. It's going to be good for fall. So I need to wear this one more. In general, I kind of forget about these. I don't know why, but I tend to forget about my perfume samples. So I need to like put them out or choose one to wear for the month or something like that. So I get more use of them. So another thing I just wanted to talk about was I have like a list here of ones that I have on my like queue. So you call it your queue, and basically you kind of just browse through. I think when you first like create a profile, it asks you like your scent preferences, and then you can put, do you like gourmands, do you like floral, it'll ask you a bunch of different questions, and then it'll suggest those kinds of scents to you. Not that you can't look at other kinds as well. And these were all like more higher end perfumes, I'd say. There are more like low end perfumes on there as well, like old Ariana Grande ones. Like, I don't know, why would I want a sample of Sweet Like Candy when I can go to TJ Maxx and almost definitely find it for $25? So things like that I wouldn't get a sample of. Or like, I don't know, just other things that you can like easily find on like a discount shelf. They do have those, but then they'll have these like really nice brands as well. Some of them you have to pay a surcharge for. So certain scents, for whatever reason, it'll be like plus $10 or something like that. So that perfume is more expensive or hard to come by or something like that. And it will cost a little bit more. And I haven't done that. I haven't really wanted to pay the extra $10 to. I haven't been that interested in any of the scents. But yeah, you have your queue and you just add to the queue. And then it's really easy to like reorganize stuff. So if you have your queue and then you're like, oh, I really want that one sooner, or like I was looking at it kind of like by the month and like, what am I going to feel like wearing in that month or like the following month? Because you'll usually get it towards like the end of the month. So like a scent you get in August, you might get it towards the end of August. So then it would really be something you're probably wearing in September. So yeah, some of the ones I have coming up are another Juliette Has a Gun, and this one is the perfume is literally called and that's supposed to be like a really warm, cozy, yummy scent. I have 2 more from 5 Scents, Life of the Party and Catch Feelings. I have no idea what those smell like. I have an Imaginary Authors Whiff of Waffle Cone. I have another couple floral street ones on here, sunflower pop and a wild vanilla orchid. I have a room 1015 cherry punk, a commodity milk expressive. A lot of people talk about commodity. And there was also, I didn't write it down here, but like vanilla 1111, something like that. That's like a big one right now that I've heard people talking about, and that was on there. I can't remember if maybe that one had like a surcharge. So those are ones that I have to come. So let me know